Hello again. My name is Jonathan, and this is a place for conversation. And I got a new mic because I noticed on my last video I moved the mic a lot and it made a lot of noise. And I think this is gonna work better now because it's like a hand mic now. But today's conversation is on AI and everything you could do with AI and how AI is changing the world and our lives. Um, I know recently even the Pope came out to speak about AI and how he wants the governments, countries, and politicians to slow down. Not just the politicians, but also like the AI companies. Um, he's asking them to slow down and to somehow do some regulations with them. But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting time right now because there's so much change and I guess like even with the pressure and work of uh what are people going to do if like AI could do people's jobs faster and better. And then there's all that fear with that as well, right? Um, are humans going to be replaced and what are humans going to do now, right? I personally don't think it's that far out. I don't know if it will ever go to that place, but maybe. Uh, One thing that I do think is that, like, almost like it is probably a good idea to learn AI and like learn how to use it, see how it could help your job, the job you have now, and see how you could use it to to improve your work or improve your work process and learn how to you could automate things that you usually do, you know. I think that that would be super helpful. mm, because it's something that's kind of already out the box now, right? And there's no returning it, you know. It's out here now and it's not going anywhere, right? So I think it's very important to learn it, learn AI, learn how to use it, and see what happens, you know. And I think one of the other things that is important is to also kind of think about like what are your intentions in your life. um, and that's something I've been asking myself lately as well, like what's something that what I intend to do. For example, one intention could be that my intention is to make sure that everyone that's in my life feels heard and loved. And that's kind of my north star when it comes to like how I treat people and how I treat myself. Um, and I kind of think we all need that north star when it comes to our careers as well, because things could change quickly. Uh, Jobs change. Certain job titles probably won't exist anymore because of AI, but nonetheless, like we're people and we have a lot of value to give, you know, and I think in our intentions uh, kind of control our overall way of thinking. So even if our title changes when it comes to like a career, we still know like what is our North Star if our title changes, you know. For example, I've worked as a graphic designer before and AI could do a lot of designing, a lot of even like vector files, and it could create a very quick flyer and even whole websites. So I could kind of see in the future of how that that role might evolve to something else. It won't be so much of like a graphic designer starting from scratch or a web designer starting from scratch. It's much more like editing and kind of prompting the AI models to kind of fit whatever needs to be created. So um, yeah, I could see how that it could evolve to something like that. So yeah, so intentions, like if let's just stick to the example of a graphic designer, the intention could be, uh, I want to create designs that really connect with people, you know, uh, and even if that graphic designer is using AI, you could still have that intention, that north star of like what you're creating with AI, right? Uh, what what is the AI creating, right? It's mainly what we want it to create. So I think there's still a part of that connection we have to the work that AI creates and we create. So intentions is very important. I think that's going to be one of the most important things coming up in these next 5 years, because work is changing. What used to be work is now like different now. So yeah, intentions. Uh, another scary thing about AI. This is one thing that scares me, is like how things could, like, for example, if like you upload a photo of yourself uh, in a prompt, like you could put yourself in a lot of like different scenarios, like if you were eating in a restaurant in France, and like just create these scenes that really never happened. And there could be a lot of like this tool could be used in a lot of harmful ways, I think, especially if someone is doesn't know uh, what it could do or how people are using it, right? I know there's even accounts of like um, just accounts of like people, and everything they post is all AI. Like it's someone like posting themselves next to an artist like Bad Bunny or something like that, and the images look incredibly real, and like it looks like they're eating together, and they're taking selfies together, and it's just you don't know, you can't really tell if it's fake or not. And that's a scary thing, because it could be used to manipulate people. It could be used to manipulate elections, news, wars, even. Yeah, I know there's a lot of that now. Like even with things that are happening in the Middle East, of like you don't even know what's real and what's fake anymore, right? Like, and where do you check all this stuff, right? Where can you fact check it, if these things did happen or not? And it's just all a mess. So maybe that area does need some type of regulation. So maybe there needs to be something there that could uh, help us as a society to tell us like, yo, this is not real, right? This is made with AI, and it in a way that it needs to be in a way that it's clear for everyone that this is AI. And maybe it's like social media platforms, like highlighting somewhere in the post that this image was created by AI. I think I don't know if there's like metadata there that could be used to to know when an image is made with an AI model, or when it's not. So maybe it's social media platforms that could help with this, but this is something that scares me, because even like with family members, there's countries where like they where like countries that have a lot of like kidnapping, and like kidnapping of family members, and that could be used to like also manipulate families. These people could say that they have someone when they really don't, and like people are transferring money to these people. So it's a it's a very serious thing, right? And even like with voice, like there's ways to upload people's voices into models and um, kind of you could have this voice say things that this person never said, right? Or it could act like it's on a phone call, but it's not really that person, right? That's scary as hell, you know. So yeah, I think all that these parts do need some type of regulation in my mind for sure. Um, it's it's important to figure all that out. So yeah. What are some of the things that you find scary with AI, and some of the things that you find really helpful? Uh, I know for me, it's been very helpful. It does a lot of great things, and it's very useful. It's a very useful tool, and hopefully, in the end of the day, like that's what it all is. It's just a tool. I could think of like, imagine like when a computer came out, right? Uh, Maybe with like parents and grandparents, like they had to figure out this how to use this computer, right? And they were kind of forced into it because um, companies are starting to get them, and like they want their employees to be trained on this, and they want to optimize their company to grow, right? To grow into the future. So they had to learn how to use these tools the same way we are currently learning how to use AI. So that's an example that I kind of have. It kind of gives me peace too, because if we were okay with computers, we could also be okay with AI. And a lot of it is gonna be um, like trial and error. So that gives me peace in some way. But yeah, you guys let me know if there's anything that scares you about AI and things that you find helpful. And what are some of the things that you think needs to be relegated? Regulations for like, is there anything that AI companies need to do, or is it like the government job to do, or even social media platforms? Is there something that they need to be doing, right, to help all this? And even like our phone services, like cell phone services, uh, with when it comes to like AI calls, like is there something that they need to be doing? Is there a notification that we could get that hey, the person that's calling you is using AI? And I think we need to have that right to know that. You know, we need to know that as humans, right? Who are we talking to, right? And if it's a human or not. I think that's very important. But yeah, till the next one, guys.